Whoa, hey, hi, whoa, ha. Hi, everybody. How's it going? Ifbench, I see you're already in chat. Good to see you. We got some Phoenix Wright headed your way, and by we, I mean me. And me is me. Hello. I'm right here. Uh-oh, why am I not moving? Why am I not moving? Why am I not moving? Hold on. I need to go away for a second so I can start moving. I leave my PingTuber software up for too long. Sometimes it does weird stuff like that. Okay, there we go. Please show up on screen. Please. Phoenix Wright, show up on screen. Technical issues. Everybody loves everything that I do when I do that. Okay, we're back. So excited. I'm excited too. You know why? Because it's been a crap sack of a day. And I am ready to do escapism through legal comedy drama. So, first of all, I left a backpack full of belongings at the improv theater that I work and perform at, which is like 40 minutes away from my house. So I had to go down and get that. And then I came home, so that was annoying. But then I came home and I tried to adjust my microphone before the start of the stream about 45 minutes ago to an hour ago, and I snapped a screw and the microphone plummeted to the ground. So now I don't have a picture, but imagine half a roll of painter's tape securing a microphone to a microphone arm. And that's about what I got going on right now, because I couldn't find any duct tape and I couldn't find any screws that fit the screw that snapped. So hopefully it'll stay up the whole time. And if you hear an unexplained loud bang, either I've finally been assassinated by the deep state or that thing with the microphone. Regardless, we are here to pick up where we left off last time, which was partway through the trial, where I stopped because I was just tired. And we will see where we're going with the trial of one Mr. Matt Ongard. Which one is it? 2234. Here we go. Let's get to it. Okay. Yeah, I was like in the middle of a testimony and I just stopped. All right, here we go. I guess I should probably recap what's going on here. Or actually, I guess I didn't even do this yet. So obviously, Old Bag is on the stand. This is such a good case. Excited to hear what you think of its twists and turns. I will react accordingly, I hope.
That Ungard is one evil man. He thought he could ruin poor Juan by causing such a huge scandal. So to do that, he sent his own manager to getting close with Juan. I cannot condone such dirty tricks, so I took action. Oh, this is top secret, you got that? Nobody else but you know that, okay?
The defendant sent his manager? What a distasteful topic for this court. Also, why did you put on the helmet for the last line?
I felt like it.
Fair enough.
What? Nobody's above gossip! And isn't there a saying? The truth is never pleasant.
Never heard that one before.
Miss Edgeworth, what about this Adrian Andrews person?
We've looked into this matter. Found that the truth the article proposes is in fact baseless gossip.
But should this be true, then this proves that the defendant did bear ill will toward the victim. Ill, sick-ass will.
So this means I have to smash this rumor once and for all.
Now then, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Be careful. The old bag seems rather excited right now.
That's right! Our God is nothing but your average foul-blooded youth!
Well, as the old saying goes, you gotta burn old bags with fire. Can you just make fun of them for making up a phrase? Anyway. Time to fire up the afterburners and hit the highway to the danger zone. Okay, now I remember. I did read that, and then I paused here and saved, but I guess it just makes you do it over again. I haven't saved in the middle of one of those before. Anyway, secret information. All right, that on guard is one evil man. Thought he could ruin poor Juan by causing a huge scandal. I sent his own manager. Okay. All right. I'll press on evil, I guess. That seems pretty subjective. You can't say something like that without proof. That's just slander.
But it's true. That woman was getting intimate with poor Juan. Look, it says so right here, doesn't it? Manager to the stars, Ms. Ah!
The name of the magazine this came from is Gossip Land.
What? Are you saying that gossip is all just a pack of lies? What do you know? I suppose next you'll swear to me that the news is 100% truth. Honestly, Sonny, you can't discriminate between the news and gossip.
No, you can't. Yes, discrimination is bad, Mr. Wright.
Discriminate? When did I do anything like that?
Anyway, On Guard will never get me to say touche.
Is that a fencing joke? I don't know enough about fencing. Okay. A scandal? What do you mean by that?
You're a dim-witted one, aren't you? I can't believe you don't know what a scandal is. Honestly, what are they teaching kids in middle school these days?
No, I wasn't asking what the word scandal means. Even I know that much.
Well, that On Guard thought he could own a monopoly on popularity. So to do that, he sent his own manager to get in close with Juan.
Fuck it. It's the first one. I'm just gonna press everything. You don't have any proof that Mr. On Guard did any such thing.
You must be suffering from shock. The shock of hearing the truth. And now, since you're in so much shock, you can't do anything right!
Right. I can't do anything. Boy, do I wish I could do something about you.
All right then, Sonny, show me what you've got. Can you show me some proof that On Guard didn't bear any ill will toward Juan?
Ooh, okay. I can present evidence? Do I want to... Oh, wait, yes I do. I think. I'm going a little bit on vibes here, but I think I do. Present. I'm not gonna let you push me around that easily.
Ha! There's many a man who said those exact words and paid dearly for them.
Well, maybe you should brace yourself this time. Here is my proof that Mr. On Guard did not hold any ill will toward the victim. All right, let's think about this. Is there maybe this? No. Would prove that they don't hate each other. I might be off my game tonight because I don't have my typical Diet Dr. Pepper. I have to do with Coke Zero,
Which is fine, I guess. Bleh.
Wish we had the camera. Does it have... She was taking pictures, right? Maybe I'll try it anyway.
Is that it? You can take it from here, Edgy Pooh.
What are you handing it over to me for?
So you can give that jagged-headed baboon boy a message for me, please. Tell him that no matter what he does, the only thing he's good at is failing.
What she said, right? Or should I say, baboon boy, ook ook, and whatnot.
Yes, I agree this isn't much of a piece of evidence, baboon boy.
Oh, okay. Did I just gain a new nickname here?
And you were lecturing me about saying things without proof. You're just giving me a free pass to say whatever I want, whenever I want, silly boy.
In my big mouth.
That's really a cookie crumbles. For you anyway.
Okay. There was a lot of preamble for a nothing. Not condone such dirty tricks, so I took action. This is top secret. Nobody else but you and me know yet. Are you sure nobody else knows?
Wait! What? I'm a busy woman. Tea time with the kids is over.
Secret information that no one else knows yet. That's true. Then how do you know this secret information?
Huh? Well, that's because I'm a pro. Yes, that's it.
Really convinced me that yes, that's it.
It's a secret. Even if you drilled a hole into my brain, you'll never find out.
How in the world did that old bat get such a secret piece of information?
Press further?
If you don't be a good girl and tell me where you got this secret information, you won't get to go home today!
Edgy Pooh, what are you doing? Help me!
What do I have to do with this?
Just do this for me. You'll get your reward.
It's I was gonna make a joke, and it's too. I don't want to make it.
I don't want your reward, but you don't leave me much of a choice. I guess I'll put on 3 condoms.
Objection!
The witness could have gotten their information from anywhere. It's even possible that it was spontaneously made up inside the witness's head.
He lectures me on reckless blabbering.
As long as we don't know where this information came from, it's quite a waste of time to focus on this line of questioning.
Where did old bat get her inside information? There has to be something I can use to figure it out. Figure out it out. There has to be something I can use to figure out it out. Sounds like just another tidbit of gossip, doesn't it? But you can't just ignore it either. It makes your client look bad either way. Well, I don't think I heard anything really out of the ordinary just now. There has to be something we can catch her on. Yeah. And when I find it, I'm gonna press the heck out of it. And I'll make orange juice!
Okay. Let's try one of the other options in that question back that I just did.
This is top secret. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh shit! I hit the wrong button. Yeah, no, yeah. I'm bad at keyboards today. Boom, boom, boom. Take action, and this is top secret. Okay. So press.
Wait!
Same dialogue.
Secret information that no one else knows yet. If that's true, then how do you know it? Huh?
Because Shut up!
Shut up!
Yes! Fuck you!
Fuck me. Interesting. I'm not even Edgeworth.
Okay. Let's present something.
So no one else is supposed to know this secret information, correct? If that's true, then why do you know it, Ms. Old Bag?
Oh, why do you look at me like that? Stop that!
Witness! I hate to say it, but this is how you came to acquire your secret info, isn't it? Oh, maybe this is the camera. Because... Is she still the camera? Oh. I'm gonna go for it. Boom, baby! Hell yeah!
She probably paid $100,000 for insider tweets. I mean, I don't think you need to pay money for that those days. You just got to get the right member of the government drunk.
The investigative photographer, a lot of heart.
Oh, yes, I remember that mischievous girl.
She reported that she had lost a certain note she had written to herself.
She reported such a thing.
On that piece of paper, she had written down some of her outrageous impressions about the relationship between the victim and Ms. Andrews.
What? Outrageous ideas, you say?
No. I said impressions. You know, hi, it's me. I'm Christopher Walken, the lawyer. I'm Arnold, the chopper, you know?
Then everything written on this piece of paper is completely meaningless?
Ah, that's it. That's the note.
Ah! Ah! No! You see, this is something completely different. This is my top secret list of grocery stuff.
And that's when the trap door opens and she's shunted down into the basement.
Then you are the one who took Miss Hart's note.
I'm a huge fan of wands, that's why. And infamous puffy-haired whippersnapper. She's working with that evil on-guard. She said so herself. On-guard, I'm his sidekick. She was so happy, smiling like a silly duck. I was only checking what she had written.
I'm going to snooze ads because I have a feeling this is all going to come to a head pretty soon, and I don't want to have that happen.
Edgy Pooh, you believe me, don't you? I was only trying to help out like the angel I am. It's only one little piece of paper. I've never taken anything else before. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
You really should come with a supply of cheese to match your vintage wine.
Well, it was only a piece of paper. I suppose we can overlook at this justice once. What is justice anyway? Who gives a shit?
She looks like she's really sorry. Did I forgive her?
Fuck no. Fuck her.
I let up on her now. She'll get away. I have to find some way to inflict a deafening blow to the prosecution. Witness! You said that the only thing you stole was that note. Is this correct?
Stole? Why don't you listen more carefully, you annoying brat? I saved this piece of paper for the terrible lonely trash can. That's all.
You're lying, damn it! And I can prove it.
Are you putting my credibility under scrutiny again?
His old bag? I don't believe that the note is the only thing you stole that night.
Yeah, the camera. That's what I said before. Here it is again.
Miss Oldbag, that nose with a camera inside its case, wasn't it?
A camera?
Yesterday, Lotta Hart was raising a huge stink over her camera. Smelled like dookie. Not to get too graphic. She kept saying something like, my sweetie $600 camera disappeared on me. But she did it in like a folksy way, like, my sweetie, you know, something like that.
What? Witness!
What is it, Gramps?
If you have the note, then it is only logical that you have the camera too.
Looks like you found me out again, Sonny. Is this the camera you're looking for?
You just have it on you at the court? In the courtroom? Why would you bring it?
Ah, that's...
What? Even though I look like this, I'm still a person, you know. I still eat meals like you. I fall in love and borrow things from people.
The issue isn't that we think you're too old to do crime.
I think your definition of borrow is a bit off.
I saw that woman's business card, and that's when I noticed it said, Slimebag Celebrity Photographer Extraordinaire. Well, when I saw that, I had to know what sort of picture she had taken. I'm a professional security guard. It's my business to know these things.
Bailiff! Check this camera's photos. Hurry! We must examine them at once!
Oh, damn.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what do we have?
Oh, sorry about that. Had to. Sorry, I had to adjust my my dumb little microphone setup. Here we go.
There's only one photo that seems to be relevant to this case.
Please present it to the court. This is the Nickel Samurai!
See? I told you. That's the guy I saw.
This proves that the witness was not lying earlier about this matter.
Lotta's photo added to the court record.
What does this all mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
This photo by itself does not prove that the person in it is the defendant. However, in his own confession, Mr. Ongard clearly stated that, at the time of the murder, he was still in his Nickel Samurai costume.
If that is the case, then this Nickel Samurai is
the defendant. And that's where we'll go to ads.
Oh, I didn't plan it. There we go.
How did it come to this?
How indeed? How did it come to this? An ad break. Now. Take a sip of my beverage. Ah. All right. So, Oldbag stole the camera, and she's being a little shit about it. And everyone just seems to be, everyone's way more okay with it than it seems like they should be. I don't know. Maybe there's a certain, maybe she's got that sort of Trump-like reality distortion field where, like, she's just special. And if she breaks laws, then a lot of people just seem to not care because. Or maybe she's really in charge. Maybe she's the mastermind behind all that. She's paying off the government. That's got to be it. That's definitely not stupid, what I just said. How's everybody doing? If anyone in chat can hear me. Wow, I wish I paused somewhere with like some music or something. Man, I really gotta get my oil changed. I'm thousands of miles overdue, which is awful. It's just absolutely awful, and I deserve to be shamed for it. Um, but there was a while where I was like, I was really, really doing not great financially, and I was still not 100%, but like, I really gotta go out and spend the money to get that done because it's important to keep up with your cars. And I really don't want to have my car break down. My car's a 2019, and I feel like that's among the last model of cars before they just made everything a touch screen. Like, I still have a volume knob. I still have knobs for temperature. It's really nice, and I don't want to have to. I don't want to have to like fuck with an iPad every time I want to change anything about my driving experience. So I need to make this car last. And in order to do that, I got to get my oil changed. So I think I'm going to go do that tomorrow. And so in case anyone was wondering, that's what I plan on doing with my day. On top of all the other stuff I got to do. But I lost my train of thought. Well, I hope this is entertaining. And if it wasn't, you can have your money back. Unless you subbed, in which case you can't. All right, we're back from ads. Let's keep going.
I think this brings us to the end. We've examined every piece of evidence thoroughly. Final comments, Mr. Wright. The court will consider them before... The court will consider them before we close. The court will consider them before we close. Do you agree that this photo is decisive evidence against your client?
This photo really is decisive, and we're done for. But if I raise an objection here and blow it, that would put Maya's life in jeopardy. I can't make a mistake here. There's only one road out of this mess. This photo that Lotta took, there's got to be something strange with it, right? Like, this got to be where they're leading with this. There's something strange with this photo.
I knew this was coming, right?
Your thoughts, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yeah, it's crooked. It's at a Dutch angle. You don't have the cinematic chops to pull it off.
I think we can all agree there's nothing strange with this photo. Maybe Lotta went to film school in the intervening year. You don't know her oeuvre. There's no way for the defense to debunk this photo, even with a bunker buster. See? I can make jokes too. Laugh now.
Debunk with a bunker buster? Is that what you're planning to do, Buster? I mean, Mr. Wright?
Anyway, please look at the photo one more time.
If you really believe you can honestly find something wrong with this photo, then you should only need one chance, correct?
Well, I have to find something wrong with this photo. I can't let this chance go by. Where the fuck did she take this photo from anyway? It's all out of focus. Why can't she take a good shot, especially when it counts?
Now then, let's hear your objection.
What about this photo is strange?
Made by AI, yeah. I think it's this. He's dragging. I think this guy's too short. He's dragging his pants on the ground. If there was, I'd be furious if I was someone's very white grandpa.
Pick those pants up!
I would like to direct the court's attention to this one area right here.
What are you pointing to? His ankles?
If you could see this person's ankles, that would be one thing. However, you can't. Oh, yes. Yeah, all right, I got it.
And? What does that mean?
The costumed person in this photo could not have been Mr. OnGuard!
What is the meaning of this?
I wonder if you would care to elaborate, with actual facts, that is.
Let's take a look at the Nickel Samurai's poster. Yeah, you can see his feet. I knew it. Yeah. Please pay particular attention to the area around the bottom of the hakama.
His socks. You can see his socks. Did I get it right? Also, is it hakama or hakama?
I don't know. Exactly. However, in this photo, the Nickel Samurai is clearly holding up his hakama up just to walk.
You fucking asshole.
There's only one explanation for this. Someone chopped off his feet. I mean, the person inside this costume is clearly much shorter than the defendant. All right, I think I've turned things around for myself this time. That's curious. Huh? What is? Edgeworth is unusually calm today. That's true. He's just letting the trial run itself, as if he's only along for the ride. Along for the ride? What do you mean by that? I can only guess that perhaps he doesn't feel under attack at all. Doesn't feel under attack? Then I haven't damaged his case at all?
Mr. Edgeworth, where does this leave us?
I'm thinking.
If the person in this photo is not Matt OnGuard, then everything the prosecution has tried to prove has become meaningless.
I figured it would come to this.
Takes out a gun. What?
Right. I have something I want to ask you. I think you have proven that the person inside this costume is not Matt OnGuard. In that case, who is this a photo of?
Who is the person wearing the Nickel Samurai costume? Don't stress out over this, Phoenix. It's very simple. It's your mom. What? What? What you should be focused on is Edgeworth's attitude, don't you think? Yeah. Why is he so calm?
Mr. Wright, let's hear your thoughts. Who is the person in this photograph?
Harold Butts. Excuse me, it's Larold Butts. Who is it? I mean, they have the one thought I have is they have made multiple fucking not her. They've made multiple references to how short Adrian is. So I think it would have to be her because I don't know how big anyone else is relatively, other than fucking Will Powers, who is enormous. So I think it's gotta be her, right?
Adrian Andrews!
If you want to know who that Nickel Samurai is, it is none other than this woman.
Why would you say it must be Ms. Andrews? What in the world points you to her?
For starters, she's short. And she can freely move in and out of Mr. OnGuard's room. Finally, she had dinner with Mr. OnGuard that night.
And how does that all add up?
It means that it makes it very easy for her to get a certain item. A certain knife with Mr. OnGuard's fingerprints all over it.
A knife that was used as a murder weapon.
Why don't you just say what it is you want, right? A kiss? You want a big sloppy kiss from me?
What? I have to do this now. This is my last chance to turn things around. The defense moves to indict Ms. Adrian Andrews in the murder of Juan Corrida. It was Ms. Andrews who tried to frame the defendant for the crime.
Order! 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 Looks like this trial has hit a most unexpected development. Mr. Edgeworth,
Yes, Your Honor.
this court is issuing a subpoena for Ms. Adrian Andrews. A verdict cannot be passed without first hearing her testimony.
Okay.
All right, this is it. This is kind of bad for us. Huh? What do you mean? If Adrian Andrews is summoned to court as a witness, it means that the trial will go on for another day. One more day. Ah! If I don't get a verdict today, then Maya...
Now then, we shall set Ms. Andrews' testimony for tomorrow.
What am I supposed to do? The judge is about to adjourn the court! Raise an objection.
Now then,
Objection!
Please, Your Honor, continue the trial. You must pass a verdict today.
I can't do that. I cannot hear Ms. Andrews.
I abhor wasting such valuable time.
Edgeworth?
Your Honor, I request that you please continue with today's trial.
Can you remind me what my issue is hostage for the deadline of today? Got it in one. That is exactly it. He's got to have a verdict by the end of today, or supposedly Maya gets put in a pine box.
What? We cannot continue due to this unexpected development.
Unexpected development? I think you underestimate me, Your Honor.
What do you mean by that?
That Mr. Phoenix Wright would slave his way to subpoenaing Mr. Sorry, let me try that again. That Mr. Phoenix Wright would slave his way to subpoenaing Ms. Adrian Andrews is all happening according to plan. Even if Wright was a bit slow to catch on.
Thank you, sir. You're welcome, sir.
What is the meaning of your statement, Mr. Edgeworth?
Ms. Adrian Andrews is currently waiting in the prosecution's lobby. She is the next witness.
Oh. Everything was planned out in advance by that man? That beautiful man? Somehow I knew there was no way Edgeworth would overlook Miss Andrews. Looks like this battle is far from over.
Exactly.
Very well. We will call the next witness. However, before we proceed, we shall take a 10-minute recess. Please prepare your witness in that time, Mr. Edgeworth.
Can't you do it?
The court will now take a 10-minute recess.
To be continued. Woo! All right. I'm going to save, and then I'm going to take a 1-minute break myself because my pizza just got here. So let's save over this one. Doodly bop. And I will be back incredibly shortly. All right, I'm already back. Let's see. Do that. Okay. All right, let's keep going. Back. All right.
Dude, I can't believe that Adrian. No way. Not cool and collected Adrian Andrews.
I didn't read fully ahead. And I was reading it like,
Not cool. No way.
She is your manager. It would have been very easy for her to pull this off. The only person who had easy access to the knife you used at dinner was, well, her.
So after the ceremony, during the break, huh? I was sleeping like a log the entire time.
See, she could have also easily planted that blood-covered button in your hakama. Hakama? Man, I really wish I knew which way to say it. I think it's hakama? I don't know.
Huh? Because she was the one that came to wake me up? Not cool. Then, dude, you're saying it really was her?
Yes. She is the real killer. She was the one who murdered Juan Carita.
But why? I thought she was buds with Juan.
She has her own agenda. She puts her calendar appointments in it. Old school style.
Her own agenda? What are you talking about? Is it the gay agenda? I hear about that on the news. I'm not gay. I like pussy.
all right, I don't need to.
I'm a straight boy.
Okay, weirdly testing too much. I'm sure you'll see by the time this trial's over.
It'll be all right. I'll get you acquitted by the end of today.
Give me a verdict that's refreshing like a spring breeze. Okay, Mr. Lawyer Dip?
You are again with the spring. What is that? Is that like a...
That's gotta be some sort of phrase in Japanese that fits better, and like they decided they couldn't swap it out for something.
Phoenix. You think her motive was related to Celestine Pax's missing suicide note, right? Yes. Ms. Andrews depended on Ms. Inpax as her strength and reason to live.
Ah! Sorry, it just totally looks that looks like what he's saying. Oh no! Look at her up there!
Then Ms. Inpax suddenly killed herself. Sounds like she left a suicide note and the person thought to have hidden it. Is Juan Carita the victim of this murder? And that's why I think that Ms. Andrews got close to Mr. Carita. All to get the suicide note back. That sounds plausible. But one thing bothers me. What? Who was it that first told us about their relationship? Better stated, Ms. Andrews' dependency issues with regards to Ms. Inpax? It was Edgeworth. It looks like he's still the one in command of this ship. Don't let your guard down yet.
Court will now reconvene. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you please.
The prosecution calls the witness subpoenaed by this court, Ms. Adrian Andrews, the person who discovered the crime in Mr. Juan Carita's room. What is your occupation?
I am the manager of the defendant in this case, Mr. Matt Ongard.
I see. Now then.
Before we begin, Your Honor, I have one request.
Yeah, sir. What is it?
I'm sure everyone in this room is wondering the same thing. I would love to find out more about my relationship with the victim. Well, we fucked, animal style, over every single piece of furniture in that hotel room. It was real graphic in ways that I can't even describe without getting Twitch TOS. So, whatever the nastiest thing you think I did was, you're right. Now please, let's be adults about this. After all, it was the topic of a certain weekly magazine recently.
Oh, no, no idea what you mean. Never even heard of Gossipland. Oh,
If the judge was ever a prosecution witness, he'd do all my work for me.
Anyway, I was wondering if you could please tell us about your relation to the victim.
Yes, I was seeing Mr. Kurita. I was also aware of the rivalry that existed between Matt and Juan. This was a private matter between Juan and myself.
so it's just a fry and bait matter. Or was that bait and fry?
What?
Or was that bait and fry? Reminds me of fishing.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, dude.
But What the fuck are you talking about? But I didn't kill him.
No one is accusing you of that, except for that guy over there.
I think there's someone who would beg to differ.
Oh, me. Right, yeah, me. Yeah, I'm saying you killed him.
Yes, he's saying you killed him. I think we all understand your relationship with the victim now, Miss Andrews.
Very well then. Witness, please testify to the court about what happened when you discovered the murder that had taken place.
When I found the body. I'm gonna grab a piece of pizza. Pizza achieved.
It was time for the show to start, so I went to get Matt from his room. After that, I went to Juan's room. And there was his dead body. I was in shock. What I saw was naturally the exact same scene as in the crime scene photo.
Thank you for the hydrate.
I felt as though I was about to faint, so I poured myself a glass of juice.
You poured yourself a glass of juice?
Yes. Sadly, I didn't remember not to touch things at the scene of a crime. And I disturbed the crime scene by moving this one thing.
And that is when the fingerprints on the wine glass were made, Your Honor.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Phoenix. She is one cool and collected customer, and she has the brains to match. She can't match these bazongas, though. Even though they're dead.
Are you jealous of her?
No. Shut up. In order to catch a person like her, you have to avoid head-on confrontations. You should disrupt her pacing.
Disrupt her pacing?
She's the type of woman who is easily thrown off by things inconsistent with her thinking. So you have to attack when she least expects it. Run up behind her and hit her with a tire iron. The instant you let up on her offense is the instant this trial is over. Understand?
Be offensive. Got it. All right. Nobody minds. I'm going to eat a piece of pizza while I look over these options again. Interesting. You do mind? Oh, well, too late. Ah. Okay.
I'm energized for the rest of stream.
It doesn't sound like there's any glaring contradictions in her testimony just now. I warned you earlier that she could not crack so easily. The only way to make her crack, I assume, is to keep on the offensive and not let up. Yeah. The only way you're going to catch her is with some very strong, decisive evidence. I have to find something. I just have to. For Maya's sake.
Okay. Let's do the old press on everything.
And what was Mr. Ongard doing at the time?
He was taking a nap. He was worn out from his mini performance as the Nickel Samurai during the ceremony.
Mr. Ongard did say he was taking a nap. Then I guess you could say it could not have been taken out of his room, yes?
Excuse me? It? What are you?
Right. I thought years of school would have taught you how to construct a sentence. If you can't make a sensible sentence with the subject, then I'll make one for you. Watch. Did you, Miss Andrews, remove Mr. Ongard's knife from his room?
No.
Pretty decisive.
Subject, verb, object, right? Did you skip basic grammar? The witness may continue.
After that, I went to Ron's room. Press.
And why did you do that?
Get his ass, yeah.
As a friendly gesture, Juan was to make an appearance with the other heroes.
So the show was supposed to be a show of friendship, huh?
Press further. Don't let up.
Is that the only reason?
I beg your pardon? Well, what are you implying?
You had a certain goal in mind when you started to get close to him, correct? So perhaps you had a more personal matter to discuss with the victim.
What? Sorry, but I didn't have any such intentions in mind at that time.
I can't get her to talk without a strong piece of evidence, I guess.
May we continue now? Witness, what did you see when you got to his room?
Well, I saw...
Hold it! You were in shock?
What? Was I not supposed to be?
Andrews is a very calculating person. Despite how close they were, I doubt she had romantic feelings for Mr. Kurita.
Anyone Rambly Stumbly? Hi, I'm Rambly Stumbly. I'm a little cartoon prospector. Anyone randomly stumbling upon a dead body would be in shock. You can't seriously expect that a young beauty like her would not be shocked.
Somehow I don't think beauty has anything to do with being shocked or not.
I see.
What I saw was naturally the exact same scene as in the crime scene photo.
This is the photo you're referring to, correct?
Yes, the one with the knife lodged in his chest.
And the guitar case was like this, too?
Yes, it was open and empty, of course.
And then, what did you do next, witness?
Press.
Juice?
Yes, there was a bottle of tomato juice on the table, so I helped myself.
But you didn't drink any of it, did you?
Huh?
There were no lip marks left on this wine glass to suggest that anyone drank from it.
I wasn't feeling terribly great, so I set the glass down without drinking it.
Ms. Andrews, I would like to confirm with you one more time. When you discovered the dead body of Juan Kurita, you were in great shock. And that's when you poured yourself the glass of juice, correct?
And what of it? You bastard. My mind really was a complete blank at the time.
Mine was a complete blank. I didn't think that was possible for you. Oh, damn? Imagine there's a question mark at the end of that explosion.
Aren't you rude today? I was so dazed that I made one careless mistake. That one thing.
What one thing?
Never mind. It's no big deal.
She's starting to say just now. Press further! Ms. Andrews, I'm convinced that as you said, you made a mistake at the scene of the crime. The whole stabbing thing, yeah.
I made a mistake when I didn't throw the murder weapon away after I killed him. Oh, no!
What I really want to know is what this mistake was.
Actually, so would I.
I'm sorry. It's just, it's kind of embarrassing. I farted really bad. Do you believe that? Is that believable? Is that believable as the mistake? When I set the glass down on the dresser, I accidentally knocked the flower vase over.
Flower vase? You're talking about the one on the floor in the crime photo? This mess of glass shards?
It was originally on top of the dresser, but when I bumped into it with my elbow, it fell onto the guitar case.
Why did you withhold such an important piece of information?
I'm sorry. I thought that since the crime scene was already in disarray, that people would simply assume the vase was just another part of the mess.
Well, yeah, they would. That's why you need to say that it wasn't, so that it's not... I mean, she did it. I think she had to have done it. Or if she didn't do it, then there's something else really fucky going on.
It looks like yet another fact has come to light here. Please add this, anything else you have to reveal, to your testimony.
I'm sorry, but I have nothing more to add. I didn't touch anything else. I was the one who knocked the flower vase over, where it fell under the guitar case.
What kind of flower vase was it? Was it one with a hole in the bottom?
No, then all the water would come out.
Right. Those don't exist. Sorry, it was that was stupid.
It was a glass vase, and it was fairly big and heavy. I thought it would try to take Juan's pulse, so I set the glass I was holding down on the dresser. And that's when my elbow accidentally hit the vase.
That's odd. I thought she was always in total control of herself.
That's what you would like people to think. Always be mindful of the gap between your perception and reality.
Doesn't sound like they're... Yeah. Okay.
I warned you earlier, haha, stupid boy. You big dumb stupid head. That's what you are, haha, just kidding.
Keep on the offensive, yeah.
Da-da-da-da.
All right. All right, I feel like I should present some kind of evidence in the new dialogue since it's just been revealed to me. Where it fell onto the guitar. Wait a minute. Guitar case. It didn't say it was wet. Some water, but only on top of the lid. Yeah.
Oh my god!
Objection!
You testified that you knocked the flower vase over. Is this correct?
Yes.
And are you sure it fell onto the guitar case?
Is there some problem with what I said?
It's not some problem. It's a major problem. It got promoted from private problem. Soon it'll be Lieutenant Problem. It's true that the top of the guitar case was wet with water. However, that's exactly what is so strange. Ms. Andrews, you testified that the vase fell onto the guitar case. However, if that was true, the case should have gotten wet on the inside, not the outside. Yeah, because it was open.
That's very true.
Furthermore, there's one other strange thing about this guitar case.
What is that?
Let's take another look at the crime scene photo. The remains of the vase are scattered on the floor.
What is wrong with that?
If the guitar case was open when the vase fell, the glass shards should be inside, not outside the case. Aw, damn.
What is your point, right? The case was closed at the time the vase was knocked over? Is that all?
No. Idiot. Think back to what Ms. Andrews testified to. She said that other than the vase, she didn't touch anything else.
Yes, that's right. She did implicitly say she didn't touch the guitar case.
But this whole matter with the guitar case is a dead end. The bright red guitar was found at the studio. It has no bearing on this case at all.
That may very well be. However, the guitar case does seem to have no relation to this case, doesn't it?
Seems that there is no deeper meaning to the guitar case. Well, Mr. Wright, do you think we need to hear more details about the guitar case?
Yeah, make her testify. Don't let up. That was the advice. Don't let up.
The empty guitar case? I believe this is a crucial piece of the puzzle.
I can't believe anyone would reach for straws like this. But it is you. You love straws. Always drinking shit.
Can't believe I'm doing this either.
All right, I'll follow along. But now, Ms. Andrews, please testify to the court about the guitar case.
Yes, Your Honor.
The guitar case. Ads are starting in about 30 seconds, by the way. So I'll try to get through this.
I don't remember too clearly because I was a bit dazed. I suppose I must have opened the guitar case after I knocked the vase over. It's not a big deal, though, right? The case was empty after all. As for why I opened the case, even I don't know.
Looks like this really wasn't a very important point.
This wastefulness is such a familiar feeling by now that it's almost comforting.
Anyway, I'll just go ahead and start the cross-examination. All right, we're in ads. I'll get to her talking.
Using any way to change the topic, a convenient escape for a weak man.
All right, asshole. All right, I'm going to put it on Be Right Back and eat some pizza. And when ads are over, we'll get back to the game. So, BRB. Okay, I'm back. Because of the way I had to reattach my microphone with tape, I like can't see my mute button. It's like it's on the bottom of the microphone, so I had to like bend over and then and turn it on. Very inconvenient. Okay. So, dazed. Open the guitar case after I knocked the bass over. It's not a big deal though, right? The case was empty after all. I must have opened the guitar case after I knocked the vase over. Why? Let's look at evidence. Yeah, bears Karita's fingerprints. It doesn't have her fingerprints. And she wouldn't have been wearing gloves. There's no reason that she would have done that. I think I found a contradiction. Ooh, I did a lawyer or a detective. I did something. Take that.
Objection! There's no way you were the one who opened the guitar case.
Why would you say that?
It's elementary, my dear. I'm Sherlock. Because the only fingerprints on this guitar case are those of the victim.
Ah!
What is it, Miss Andrews?
You shouldn't assume that I must have left prints just because I touched the case.
Oh, God, what voice was that?
You shouldn't assume that I must have left prints just because I touched the case.
What do you mean?
What if I were to tell you that I was wearing gloves at the time?
Oh, come on.
Gloves? But why would you be wearing gloves at the time?
It was the night of the award ceremony. So of course I dressed up for the occasion. Yes, now I remember. I'm almost sure I was wearing a pair of thin gloves.
I see, yes. Well, Mr. Wright, it seems the witness was wearing gloves at the scene of the crime. What do you have to say about that, dickhead?
That's strange.
You were wearing gloves? Isn't that a little strange?
Why is that strange? Do you have something that would prove I was not wearing gloves at the time?
Oh, do I? Oh, yeah! The fucking... She was... Yeah. Her fingerprints are on the wine glass. Take that.
I have your proof right here.
Throws the glass in her face.
Ah!
You just destroyed evidence!
Yeah, but it was real cool, right? This wine glass.
Wait, did I say the first part?
I have your proof right here. This wine glass.
The wine glass?
You left your fingerprints very clearly on this wine glass.
Ah!
Even if you took your gloves off when you poured yourself this glass of juice, wouldn't you think it was just a little strange?
That you put your gloves back on just to open the guitar case? Ugin!
There it is. There's the Ace Attorney. I caught you in a lie, stupid animation. Her glasses explode and she gets another pair of glasses. Excellent.
Order! Order! Order!
Looks like you hit the nail on the head this time.
What do you mean?
I believe that guitar case plays a very important role here.
But it's just an empty case.
I wonder if it really was empty, though.
But the guitar, the bright red guitar was at the studio.
Phoenix, you can put other things in a guitar case.
Phoenix, drop all of your presumptions. What was in the guitar case was not the bright red guitar. you idiot.
You don't mean it was a bright white guitar? Wait, that's not right either.
That's good.
I admit it would be unnatural for someone to do that. So the witness was not wearing gloves, despite the fact that holding the case...
Your Honor, this is obviously the defense's usual misdirection tactic at work. Steer the court towards an unrelated topic and lull us all into his misguided...
No! Your Honor, please! Recall that Ms. Andrews had testified that the vase fell onto the guitar case, which means that the case was closed when the crime took place. However, it is wide open in this photo of the crime scene. I am sure this guitar case has some relation to the murder.
You're so sure, right? But I'm sure you can somehow substantiate your outrageous claim, correct? Please, enlighten us as to why the guitar case has anything at all to do with this murder.
Can you do that, Mr. Wright? Can you, ha ha ha?
Well, let's suppose for a second that the bright red guitar was not the only thing that could have been in the case.
The bright red guitar not being the only thing. Oh, you mean like a white guitar?
Damn it! It's the same joke. He said bright black guitar, which is even better because that doesn't make sense.
So you intend to push your theory that the case was not empty, is that it, right?
I wouldn't say something I didn't intend to prove.
Deflate that head of yours. You haven't proven anything yet. Now then, let's have it. What was inside the case at the time of the murder?
Oh. What was inside the case? Murder. My lawyer badge, yeah.
Your Honor! Not only was she a lawyer, she was me a lawyer!
What?
I honestly, I don't even know where I'm going with that one.
What was it? What could be inside the case? What of these are physical objects? First of all, I don't think it wouldn't be like a clipping. Oh, wait. I mean, it would make sense if it was the costume, right? Because she had to get it in and out somehow, or she had to get it in somehow without anybody seeing it. But how do I make that? How do I make that what I'm showing? Would Maya fit in there?
Help! I'm in two different parts of this case!
Yeah, Can I just present the picture? I can't think of it. If it is what I think it is, I mean, that's the only thing that makes sense. So I'm gonna try.
This is a photograph.
Yes, but what is important is what is in that picture, Your Honor.
Hell yeah!
In this picture?
It doesn't take a genius to see what I mean. What I am proposing is... inside the guitar case was the Nickel Samurai, the hero's very own costume.
What? Mr. Wright, explain yourself.
Right. Are you saying that the witness opened the guitar case to take out a costume? What insane point would there be to doing something like that?
That insane point would be to wear the costume, of course. Ms. Andrews put it on to hide her identity so she could make her escape. After all, you couldn't let anyone else see you leave, could you, Ms. Andrews?
I refuse to accept your theory. Do you have anything to support such a preposterous idea?
Just outside the door was an investigative photographer who was starving for a big scoop. In the end, she managed to get this shot, correct?
You mean this photo? This one right here? We talked about like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, that one.
Order! Ordeer! We're trying a new thing out. It looks like we've wandered into quite another mess again, haven't we?
Nice job, Phoenix.
Well, you know my strategy. Speak first, think later.
So the real murderer was hiding inside a costume.
Wait one more second, Your Honor. Nickel Samurai's costume would have been Mr. Matt on guards. Why would something of the defendant's be in the victim's room? Inside the guitar case of all places.
True, that is a little baffling. Mr. Wright, the court would like to hear your thoughts. I'm bald. Maybe I could do a Professor X type of thing. Hearing your thoughts.
It's okay. It's okay. I'll just tell you.
Oh, okay.
Was it stolen or was it a spare? I mean, it could be a stolen spare. I mean, it'd be. Trying to scroll up and down. It's not doing this. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know. It was he was sleeping in it, so I guess this would make sense. Mr. Rongar did not take his costume off during the break period. In that case, the costume we were talking about is Try that again. In that case, the costume we were talking about is a spare one.
What?
Sexual role-playing, yeah. I mean... You never know.
And are you saying that on the night of the murder, there were 2 Nickel Samurai costumes at the Gatewater Hotel?
Yes, that is what I am saying.
And how do you explain the costume that was inside the guitar case?
It would mean that the victim himself had brought this spare to the ceremony on purpose.
But why? The victim, Mr. Korida, was the Jammin' Ninja. Why would he secretly bring the Nickel Samurai spare costume with him? What could be the reason behind such a peculiar act?
And therein lies the sticking point.
What are you mumbling to yourself about now? Have you just been rambling all this time without any sense of it, a monologue?
Huh? No, I just...
Mr. Wright, please explain yourself. Why do you think the victim had this Nickel Samurai spare costume?
Phoenix, are you sure you can explain this one? Think carefully before you answer, and then answer with gusto. I believe in you.
All right. This is what I think. The reason the victim brought this Nickel Samurai spare costume to the hotel was... I would think this, right? The thing that was about to happen? I'll check the other stuff. Taking time to hydrate. I think, yeah. I mean, it's only 1 bar anyway, so I'll give it a shot.
What is this?
On the night of the murder,
After the stage show, the Nickel Samurai was going to hold a special press conference.
A press conference?
Yes, the Nickel Samurai was supposed to confess something at this conference.
I heard about this as well. For once, you're not making something up, right?
But what struck me as strange was that Mr. On Guard himself said that he had no idea he was supposed to be holding a press conference that night. Oh, right. Okay, yeah, oh, that makes even more sense now.
But how can that be?
The way I see it, that can mean only one thing. The conference was set up by none other than the victim, Mr. Juan Carita himself.
The victim?
Yes. The spare Nickel Samurai costume was prepared for that very conference. Mr. Carita was gonna hold the press conference as the Nickel Samurai.
He was going to dress up as the Nickel Samurai and hold a conference? But why would the victim do such a thing?
That's something I don't quite know yet, however. What I am concerned with right now is what he intended to reveal at that conference.
The Nickel Samurai was going to confess something. And by confess, I wager he was going to reveal something about, quote, himself, unquote.
Which means that Juan Carita, posing as the Nickel Samurai, was going to speak about Matt On Guard.
Yes, I guess that is what it would mean.
But if that's the case, that's not a confession, that's public disclosure.
Miss Andrews?
I can see why you are pros at what you do.
Pardon me?
Yes, just as you say, the press conference was set up by Juan.
Miss Andrews! Please offer us an explanation for this.
I was the one he asked to help set it up. And the person who prepared the second costume for him, that was also me.
You?
Juan had bet everything on the Gem and Ninja this year. And if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Matt was going down with him. That's what he thought, anyway.
He was going to ruin him, huh?
What a weirdly casual way of saying that.
So, he was gonna cap his ass, huh? Interesting. I'm cool with the streets.
It looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed.
What?
Aw, fuck.
And you know what the secret of Mr. On Guard's is, Miss Andrews?
Maybe. That's something only Juan knew. I don't know what it is.
Ah, I see.
I've probably been coming off quite suspicious to everyone. But that's to be expected. I've been trying to protect Matt, after all.
Probably unredacted Epstein files. Yeah.
Yeah. Protect Mr. On Guard?
Yep, that's what she said. And yet again, another strange bit of truth comes to light, it seems. Miss Andrews, if you could, please tell us the truth about your behavior.
Yes, Your Honor. I understand.
Protecting Matt.
From the moment I saw the crime scene, I had a feeling that Matt was the murderer. Matt had to kill Juan, no matter what. And he didn't have an alibi for what he was doing at the time of the murder. My thoughts were confirmed by the evidence, of course. The button and the knife. But I'm Matt's manager, so I felt that I had to protect him.
Uh-huh. This is my believing you voice. I believe you.
This does account for everything.
Well, I am the logical type. We're finally seeing her true self. She is more nervous than a scared rabbit.
What about a rabbit of a different emotion?
I don't think you get the point of the analogy.
If the defense can find no fault in this testimony, I am ready to make a ruling. Please keep that in mind as you cross-examine Mr. Wright.
Looks like somehow everything has swung to the opposite end of the scale again. Due to the judge believing just literally anything he hears. For the first time. That just means I have to put my weight into this and turn her logic upside down. You weren't protecting Matt. Protecting was Matt you.
What?
Hold on. Maybe upside down in a different way. You were protecting a mattress. I can get it.
All right, from the moment I saw the crime scene of feeling Matt was a murderer. Okay. Matt had to kill Juan no matter what. No matter what I say. Oh, damn it. Hold on. Fuck. I clicked out of the window by accident. Here we go. Didn't have an alibi. The evidence, button and the knife. I'm Matt's manager, so I felt that I had to. Okay. Kill one. All right. Think. Use my brain. Use my brain and my skull that does all my thinking. Doing my thinking brain time. I'll start pressing shit.
Would you say that that was your intuition speaking to you?
Don't confuse my methods of reasoning with your own. If you want to prove that someone did something, you need 3 things.
3 things?
A motive, an opportunity to commit the crime, and finally, decisive evidence. And if you think these 3 things through, the answer becomes quite clear. You should have already known that, Phoenix.
They didn't teach us that in school. To us in school. At least not from what I remember. I was getting drunk every night.
May I continue now? Matt had to kill Juan, no matter what.
So would you say this need came from the press conference?
Yes. Do you know why Juan chose that event in that hotel for the conference? Because that was when he could cause the most damage to the public's beloved Matt Engard.
And you knew of this plan, didn't you, Miss Andrews?
Yes, because I was the one who set up the conference and prepared the costume.
But I'm sure Mr. Engard himself didn't know anything about the press conference.
Oh, really? Can you show me any proof that he didn't know about the press conference?
Anyway, the important thing here is... Oh, I thought it was going to make me present evidence there. The important thing here is that the information was not in your testimony.
Yes, I agree. Miss Andrews, please correct your testimony if you please.
Grasping at straws now, are we, Mr. Wright?
I told you I like drinking things.
I know what his motive was, but I don't have any way to prove I'm right.
Ooh. Should I press this now?
Has Mr. Engard done something to hurt or betray you personally?
Why do you ask?
You were the one who helped Mr. Corita with his press conference. And that event was supposed to bring down Mr. Engard, yet you still helped out.
Person on trial right now is Mr. On Guard, right? What the witness was thinking, helping the victim with his plan, is none of our concern.
I think it's very much of our concern.
In any case, this means that the defendant had a motive to kill.
Why do I keep doing this to myself? Doing what? It was a valid question.
Alright, didn't have an alibi for what he was doing. Murder. Guess that's true. Thoughts were confirmed by the evidence, of course, button on the knife.
You can hardly call the knife decisive evidence. The fingerprints on the knife could very well be a clever camouflage.
Then, what about the button?
Button?
It's clear from the crime scene that the victim and his murderer fought. And during the fight, the killer ripped the button from the gem in Ninja's costume.
You're talking about this button, correct?
That button was found in the pleats of Matt's hakama, isn't that correct? I would think that makes it very decisive evidence.
Looks like you were outfoxed again, Mr. Wright.
Yeah, anyway, the knife doesn't prove a thing. Please fix your testimony.
I can't stand the sight of a man who can't gracefully accept his defeat.
What?
Thank goodness Mia can still look at me. With an icy stare, yes.
Okay.
Miss Andrews, for Mr. Wright's sake, please add this information to your testimony.
That button was torn off of Juan during his fight with Matt. Wait. Hold on. Everybody, hold on. Why are we focusing on the knife so much? Because didn't it? Yeah, strangled then stabbed. What? Eh?
This is the victim's autopsy report. It clearly states that the cause of death was strangulation by a scarf.
Strangulation?
The knife stab to the victim was done after the victim had already died.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. I'm the smartest man in the world!
And what does that mean?
Let's examine the evidence. This button has the victim's blood on it, which would mean that it was ripped off of the costume when?
After he already died.
After the knife was stabbed into the victim.
Exactly, which means it is impossible that this button was torn off during the victim's final struggle because the victim was strangled to death in that fight. That's right, Ms. Andrews. There's no way this button was ripped off during the struggle. This button was consciously pulled off of the victim's already dead body.
Order! What's this mean to the letter?
What is the meaning of this, Wright? So what if the button was torn off the body after the victim had already died? What does that change?
Let me ask you one simple question, Mr. Edgeworth. Why was the button torn off? What purpose did that serve?
What purpose?
We now know this button was not torn off during the fight. So the murderer took the time and effort to purposely rip this from the victim's body. That would mean that the murderer had something in mind, wouldn't it?
Mr. Wright, does this mean you know what the murderer wanted to do with this button? What is it?
I mean, this is what we're driving at, right? To pin the crime on Guard. This is like the thesis statement of the whole case.
There's only one logical reason for doing something like that. It was to pin the crime on Mr. On Guard.
Fuck are you talking about?
There's no way anyone would put a bloody button in their own pants. That's right. Mr. On Guard was set up by the real killer, of course.
And the real murderer is...
Oh, it's supposed to be a real murderer. Makes sense.
Well, Mr. Wright, who in the world is the real killer then?
Finally. Can't believe I managed to bring this trial all the way up to this point.
Phoenix, you can't let your guard down yet. Not until the very end.
The real killer, the person who planned to frame Mr. On Guard, is...
I think Adrian? I mean, I can't imagine. Or else there's it would be the judge, yeah.
Ms. Adrian Andrews, I choose you! Criminal type, go! You are Karita's killer!
What?
Order, order, order! Mr. Wright, this is a very grave matter. You have any evidence that supports your charge?
Yeah, all the shit we just said.
Any evidence? All of the evidence points to Ms. Andrews.
Yeah, fucking get his ass, Phoenix.
What? How preposterous! You can't stick any of that on me.
Can I? Would you? I can't, can I?
Would you care to test me?
Then what about this knife?
The knife was used to stab the victim after he had already been strangled to death. It was used to throw suspicion onto Mr. On Guard, naturally. A knife covered in the defendant's fingerprints could only be taken from his room. And the only one who had dinner with him and knew which knife to take was you.
Task! Then? What about the button that was found in Matt's hakama?
This button was removed from the victim's body after he had already died. The only people who could have done so were the person who found his body or the killer. However, if Mr. On Guard was the real killer, there's no way he would have put such incriminating evidence in his own hakama. The only person who could have put this button into Mr. On Guard's hakama is the person who went to wake him from his nap, which is you yet again, Ms. Andrews.
I see. What about the empty guitar case? Ooh, I'm gonna get some popcorn.
That is also another piece of evidence that incriminates Ms. Andrews.
Oh, hello.
That costume was used to hide the real killer's identity as they fled the crime scene. Now, who could have known that there was just such a costume inside the guitar case? It could only have been the person who prepared the costume for the victim. And that person is you, Ms. Adrian Andrews.
No.
But Miss Andrews' fingerprints were nowhere to be found on the guitar case. And it was you who proved that she was not wearing gloves at the time.
That's right.
Nuh-uh. That's because she did not intend on leaving any prints.
Knew it all along. Tightly wound hotties are always sus. That's why Edgeworth is always giving off such weird energy. He'll bounce a quarter off that ass, and he's always up to something shady.
If anyone had found out that she had touched the case, they would have asked her why. So to avoid leaving any prints, she used a towel or something else to open it. But the glass of tomato juice is a different story. Ms. Andrews purposely left her fingerprints on the glass to show that, yes, indeed, she was the classic dazed discoverer of a dead body. And to top it all off, there's this photo.
Yeah, it's creepy, man.
A photo of the killer as he exited the scene of the crime. No reasonable person on Earth can believe this nickel samurai is Mr. On Guard. He would be much too short for his own costume if it was him. Speaking of how tall people are, I'm 6 feet. And I'm not rounding up. Impressed? Anyway, Ms. Andrews, you're also kind of short in stature, are you not? Please. Stop. Well, how about it, Ms. Andrews? Fucking come get some!
Fucking brandish his fist. Oh God, ads! I was so wrapped up in that I didn't notice that ads were running. Well, we'll take a short break. Fuck. Okay. Well, that's okay. Woo, things are really heating up. Open my second Coke Zero, I guess. Pleasantly surprised that my my painter's tape wad is holding my microphone to my microphone arm. I'm not looking forward to having to do something more permanent to fix this, because it's it'd be a pain in the ass to find exactly the type of screw that I need. You're back? How are you back? Well, I'll still, in case there's like one other person that wouldn't have ads. There's only a minute of ads, I guess. That doesn't make any sense. So on my end, I have a little thing at the top that tells me that an ad break is at the top of the chat, I should say, in my streaming interface that tells me that there's an ad break in progress. And it says that the ad break ends in, by now, 1 minute and 5 seconds. So I'm going to keep not moving forward with the plot until that goes away, in case there's anybody else that would have the normal amount of ads. Actually, Potato, do you have like a banner ad or something, or like maybe an ad on the side of the screen or something like that? Okay, we can dish in the meantime. Okay, do you have any hot goss? Because I don't. I'm on mobile, so it might be different. Yeah. No, that's okay. I'm pretty sure any gossip I might have would involve people that no one else would know. And that's the best kind. Gossip that's completely contextless. The weather is happening? Hell yeah, it is. You know that sun and the clouds and whatnot. All right, we're back from ads. Let's keep on going. I've got her this time.
Is that Jews?
Hi. refuse to testify.
What was that?
There's a law. It says I can't be forced to testify about something if it can incriminate me.
Well, yes, it's the Fifth Amendment. If this game were actually set in America, but we'll see how they play around with this.
Sure, why not? Hannah, there literally is. It's the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution. It's not a law, it's an amendment, but yeah.
You are absolutely correct, Miss Andrews. The law does provide us with a way to avoid self-incrimination by allowing a witness to not testify if their testimony can cause damage to themselves.
What? I heard the Constitution is more like guidelines these days. Well, that's only if you are above a certain income level. If she doesn't make at least 7 figures, she's still got to play by the rules. Pleading the Fifth is... Okay, good. Thank God. Because I was about to be like... Come on, Phoenix. You have to... Like, I know you're kind of a dum-dum, but, like... You ain't much for book learning, but I feel like a lawyer couldn't not know about the pleading the fucking Fifth.
Pleading the Fifth is not something most people would think to do on the spot. Actually, thinking back to yesterday in Mr. Onguard's room.
Agent Andrews! Yes, I'm back. Hello. Yes? Think hard about what we just discussed. Understood? All right.
That's it. That's when Franziska planted this idea into her head. She must have told Ms. Andrews to not testify if things look bad.
You did a good job proving everything up to this point, Phoenix. But there's still one thing you haven't done.
Something I haven't done.
What's wrong, right? Are you right at being wrong? Haha, boom, gotcha. Are you finished already? Run out of evidence?
Ah!
What is so humorous, Mr. Edgeworth?
I'm sure you realize this as well, Your Honor. But everything the good lawyer here has proven up to this point is meaningless.
What?
Everything you have proven is circumstantial.
Circumstantial?
Yeah, circumstantial. You have yet to provide a single piece of definitive proof. Proof that Ms. Andrews did in fact harbor a wish to murder Mr. Kurita.
Miss Andrews, No, Miss Andrews, did you want to kill Mr. Kurita? Did you?
I believe this may lead to me incriminating myself, so I will abstain from answering.
But, Miss Andrews, if you do that, it would be the same as admitting your guilt, don't you think?
I mean, not technically, not really, and it's complicated.
Maybe so, and maybe not. There's nothing to prove it, and there's nothing to prove it either way. Besides, you didn't even know what crime I would be guilty of due to my silence.
No! She's taking that defiant attitude again. Asserting her personal rights. What a bitch. Mia, what should we do?
Somehow, we've landed in the worst possible situation. New Jersey. We've landed the plane in the worst possible
Sorry, New Jersey. Cheap punchline.
I think we have reached a certain conclusion at this point in time. Ms. Adrian Andrews has refused to testify, and the defense's theory is that she is the actual murderer. It's not been fully substantiated with solid definitive proof.
But that's not true.
In this situation, there's only one thing this court can do, And that is to declare a recess.
Recess?
I request that both the prosecution and the defense look further into this matter. And at tomorrow's trial,
Tomorrow? Have it tomorrow. Don't get a not guilty verdict today, then. Hold it! Please wait, Your Honor! That's not necessary! The trial? Please continue the trial!
What are you sweating for? Client is getting one more day to live, isn't he?
That's not it! This isn't about that. Edgeworth! I know you know who the real killer is. Please, let the trial continue. If I don't get the verdict, then my, fuck.
well, it's impossible to continue as long as the witness refuses to testify. Now then, this court is...
It is not impossible for this trial to continue.
Mr. Edgeworth, what are you...
It's true Ms. Andrews holds the right against self-incrimination. However, if the topic of conversation was something unrelated to whatever she may be guilty of, then she has no right to withhold testimony.
Yes, that is very true, but...
Actually, there's one little thing I'm curious about. Ms. Andrews, when you found the victim's dead body, you poured yourself a glass of juice.
Yes? And?
I can't help but think how unnatural that is. Usually when one finds a body, they're shaken up, not stirring a glass of juice.
So my actions were unusual, but I've already...
Before you speak, I want to state that if you have a reason behind your actions, I would like you to testify to that effect.
Testify?
Your Honor, I would like to request that the witness testify again as to what happened when she first discovered the victim's body. Whatever we find out in this testimony should in no way implicate the witness.
Interesting. I mean, okay, so obviously, Edgeworth has clocked that Phoenix is holding back because of something about Maya, because he let it slip. So he's picking up on that and he's extending the trial. It's interesting.
Letting that icy heart melt for an innocent teen girl in peril. I don't know what it is about Edgeworth today, but I can't get a good read off of him. Is he friend or foe? I just don't know. I feel it in my toe. Don't you know? How was that?
Bad.
The court acknowledges the prosecution's request. Miss Andrews, if you please, never get to my fucking round of golf at this rate.
When I found the body,
That glass of juice. I didn't really pour it for myself. I was surprised when I walked into the room and I saw it in that messy state. And Juan, he was sitting slumped over and tired looking in the corner. When I saw him sitting like that, the thought that he was dead didn't cross my mind. To be honest, I thought he had just fainted or something. So I went to pour him some juice. When I realized that he was dead, that's when I knocked the flower vase over.
Interesting. Sorry.
So you poured that glass of juice for the victim. Why didn't you say so in your earlier testimony?
I didn't think I needed to include something so trivial. Phoenix, please be careful here. If you can't find anything wrong with this testimony, then there's nothing left.
I know. Edgeworth, the fuck is going on in that brain of yours?
Now then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
I like replacing heck with fuck because it's more realistic. Alright, didn't really pour it for myself. Surprised when I walked into the room and saw it in a messy state. Juan, he was sitting slumped over and tired, looking in the corner. Saw him sitting like the thought that he was dead didn't cross my mind. To be honest, I thought that he had just fainted or something, so I went to pour him some juice. When I realized that he was dead, that's when I know. Okay. Which of these is anything that looks pressable? Slumped over and tired, looking in the corner. This is suspicious because he had a knife sticking out of his chest, in theory.
Hold it! Then what did cross your mind?
I thought maybe he had smashed everything up in anger because he lost the Grand Prix. And then felt tired after his rampage, so he decided to take a nap. Anyways, that's what I thought.
I see, so you didn't think he was dead at all.
Oh, wait. Maybe I can... They didn't go where I thought they were going to go, but maybe I can do this. 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 Maybe I got to do this. I'm just making noises. Yeah, fucking... Yeah, see? He's just taking a nap. I know I take all my naps with a knife plunged into my chest.
Objection! So you honestly didn't think he was dead when you found him?
No, not at all.
Even though this is what you saw when you discovered the body?
What is the meaning of this?
Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? There's a knife sticking straight out of Mr. Kurita's chest. Anyone who saw this scene would have immediately thought that here was a dead man.
That's... Well, you see...
I doubt a single person in the world would mistake this for someone who fainted and then so nonchalantly go pour something to drink.
Your point is?
Ms. Andrews, your testimony just now was all one giant lie. But your lie has proven one thing very clearly, that you are the real killer.
I don't want to be the killer.
To be fair, I didn't notice a knife at first because it blended into the costume. It does a little bit, but like in 3D space, you have to imagine.
It looks like the defense somehow brought the ugly truth to light. The defendant, Mr. Matt Ongard, is not guilty after all.
But that's impossible! You're wrong!
Miss Andrews, try to have some composure. We're just convicting you of murder. God, get a fucking grip.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me, I tell you. It was Matt. I swear it. He's the one who killed Juan.
But you were the one who refused to testify. And your reason for not doing so was that you might end up incriminating yourself.
That's because...
Miss Andrews, I'll give you one last chance. What exactly are you hiding that may incriminate you?
I refuse to testify.
Oh boy.
Then there's no need for this court to continue any further. Mr. Matt Ongod's innocence has been clearly demonstrated.
Is it over?
There's no fucking way it's over. There's no way this is how it ends. First, there's got to be more. Yeah.
Have we found the truth at last? Oh boy!
What's wrong, Phoenix?
Usually the real killer confesses his or her guilt. Now that I think about it, this is the first time someone hasn't.
Now then, I would like to hand down my verdict for Mr. Matt Ongod.
Your Honor, the prosecution feels that it would be premature to pass down a verdict at this time.
For what?
The reason is quite simple. This witness has yet to speak the absolute real truth.
The absolute real truth? What are you...
Witness, don't you understand yet?
Huh?
I don't know who planted this silly idea in your head, but as long as you protect yourself through your silence, Matt Ongard will go free. And in his place, you will become the guilty party.
That's a lie. I don't believe you. I don't want to have a party. I don't know who to invite.
What?
I was told if I spoke, then it would be all over, and Matt would never be declared guilty.
What world is she talking about? Has she lost it?
I can't speak about it. I'm too scared. It's Franziska von Karma.
Huh?
Don't you remember, Phoenix? It was like 20 minutes ago. Jesus Christ. Ms. Andrews lives by gripping tightly onto the words of another, because she doesn't have the strength to believe in herself.
God, fucking read her to filth.
Then, right now, Ms. Andrews is...
Yesterday, she was tossed a lifesaver by Ms. von Karma. Don't say a word, no matter what happens. If you do, Matt Ongard will be acquitted. And then she did whoosh at her, you know? Ms. Andrews undyingly believes in those words right now, and is clinging on to them.
Then what should we do? This is the first time I've ever come across anything like this. But Ms. Andrews has to be the killer, right? All we have to do now is get her not guilty. That's my only priority.
It wasn't me. I'm begging you. Please believe me. I didn't kill Juan. Help. Please. Someone. Help me.
Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
the court can't continue on like this. Therefore, I'd like to hear what you intend to do.
I intend to do? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to say?
Right. I suggest you think very carefully about this. Think about what this witness did and what she did not do. And think about who is the real mastermind behind this crime.
Who's the real mastermind? Isn't that obvious? There's no one else it could be except the one crying over there, right?
Come now. What will you do? What kind of man are you, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
I'm a big man. I'm a big man with big dreams. No one's gonna tell me nothing. I can be my own guy. Shut up.
Okay, Talk, little girl.
There's no way around that. But I can't bring myself to do it like this. Not when she's making a face like that. Ms. Andrews, I would like to know what you are really hiding.
Mr. Wright, are you sure you know what you're doing?
Sure, Mr. Rongard would get an acquittal, but in his place, you would be found guilty. Is this really how you want this trial to end?
Be quiet. How dare you? You're trying to trick me.
That's enough! I commend you for trying, Mr. Edgeworth. However, it's clear that the defense's theory is the truth.
You're wrong.
What a shame. I had hoped things wouldn't come to this. However,
Oh, what is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
Ms. Andrews, since you absolutely refuse to testify, it falls on my shoulders to disclose this to the court.
Stop!
Mr. Edgeworth?
This witness, how should I put this? She has an illness.
What?
And because of this illness, she has tried to commit suicide in the past.
Stop. Please stop.
Oh my god.
No matter how much you want to hide it, it's no use. I have the evidence right here.
That's the second part of the suicide report. The attempted suicide report.
What will you do now, witness? You know what I am about to do, don't you? I will now reveal to the court the true nature of the pitiful woman known as Adrian Andrews.
The secret of her dependent nature.
I mean, there's got to be a better way to phrase that, right? Like, there's got to be like an actual, like, psychological state. Like, it just seems like a weak way to say that, like, the secret of her being a little bitch is like kind of what they're saying. The secret of her being a sissy little baby. Like, there's got to be a more clinical way to talk about this.
Having other people know about it scares her more than anything else in the world.
Please! Please stop! I beg you! If people find out, I'll...
You're gonna say you would choose death. That is of no concern to me.
Oh, fuck, dude.
Edgeworth, how can you be so cold?
However, before you die, I will pull the truth from your still breathing lips.
Goddamn edgy. That's right, Rowdy Rough Gamer, and welcome back, by the way.
No matter what I have to do.
For the Edge and Edgeworth.
So, will you tell the court yourself, or shall I? Either's fine with me.
I'll talk. But please, help me. Nothing matters anymore.
My crime!
When I first saw him, I really thought he had fainted. Honest. When I realized he was dead, that was when I formulated my plan. Once I made sure there was no one in the hallway, I made a dash back to Matt's room. And then I stabbed Juan's dead body with the knife and ripped off the button. Just when I finished and was returning to Matt's room, I had a bit of an inconvenience. And that's why, That's why I ended up using the nickel samurai costume.
Stab the body with a knife? But why would you do that?
Isn't it obvious? To pin the blame on a certain person, a certain cowardly man.
What do you mean by all of this?
Oh, wait. So she didn't kill him, but she did frame Matt? Oh. Oh, that's interesting.
It might take this court a little while to understand, but this is the truth.
The real killer is Matt! That scumbag of a man! I'll never forgive him! He's trying to escape his guilt again, just like last time!
Last time?
So, Miss Andrews stabbed the victim, Juan Carita, in the chest with a knife. However, she didn't do it with murder in mind. She did it with the intent of framing Matt Ongard for the murder. And this is her crime.
What? How is this possible? I mean, wasn't Ms. Andrews supposed to be the real murderer?
Mr. Wright, please get over your shock and commence the cross-examination.
Bro? Damn. Okay. Yeah. God, when is this? It's got to be a break at some point, right? Like God damn. Go. Woo! I don't have a real excited face, so that one will have to do. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Let's see where this goes. I thought he'd fainted. Let's see. Okay. I'm willing to believe that, I guess, if that's what we're going with. Formulated my plan. Made sure there was no one in the hallway. I made a dash back to Matt's room. Oops, wrong way. Finished him returning to Matt's room. All right, let's press all again. Let's keep on pressing.
Keep on pressing, baby. You gotta keep on pressing.
Wait, does the knife have blood on it? The knife does have blood on it, but it was determined that the body was stabbed after death. Like the autopsy report says that. So it's post-mortem blood.
But you could tell from the state the room was in that there must have been a fight. Are you telling the truth when you say that you did not know he was dead?
He had a scarf tied around his neck. But that scarf is a part of the Gem and Ninja's costume, so I didn't think anything about it was strange. His head was also tilted down a bit, so I couldn't see his face that well. And that's why I thought I'd wake him up. I went to pour the juice.
Press!
Does the blood taste like ketchup? If the prompt is there to ask, I will.
What is this plan you had?
I knew right away the murderer was Matt. I knew because, one, he was going to expose Matt's weakest weak point to the world. His heel. He also goes by Achilles, and he's 3,000 years old. So Matt did this.
Try that again.
So Matt did that.
God damn it!
So Matt did.
So Matt did this to stop Juan and silence him for good.
That's when I thought I should forge some evidence and pin this crime on Matt.
So the forged pieces of evidence were the knife and the button.
The first thing that came to mind was to plant the knife.
That was so you could get the knife, correct?
The knife Matt used at dinner had his fingerprints all over it. I thought if I used that, then the police would certainly turn their eyes toward him. Matt was napping with his costume on at the time. I slipped in, took the knife, and returned to the scene of the crime.
Okay. So you were the one to stab the victim with that knife?
Gives me goosebumps to think about it now. What a horrible thing I did. But at the time, I couldn't control my own body. It moved on its own. I was possessed by the spirit of murder. Then when I stabbed one's dead body, I suddenly realized something. If I used the button somehow, I could make Matt look even more suspect.
So you thought to rip one of the buttons off and then plant it in Mr. Onguard's hakama?
Yes, that's what I had planned to do. But things never go that smoothly, do they?
Ha! An inconvenience?
There was a woman with a camera at the ready, loitering in the hallway.
Willing to bet my spikes it was Lotta.
There was also a woman with a ray gun at the ready, pacing back and forth.
Ah, I wonder who that could be. That's Ms. Oldbag for you.
I had already been caught and made into a big scoop for a certain weekly tabloid once, so I couldn't very well go out looking like myself and get caught again. And that's why I ended up using the Nickel Samurai costume.
Okay, all right. And bye. You were the one who prepared that costume, weren't you?
Yes, I took it from Global Studios. I also put it into one's guitar case the day before the award ceremony.
You did this in preparation for the press conference, correct?
Yes! Juan wanted to wear that costume and hold a press conference in it. He was going to disclose Matt's big secret there.
And what is the secret?
That I don't know. Anyway, I thought that if I were to leave one's room in the Nickel Samurai costume, then people would think that Matt was the, quote, real murderer. I was very careful not to leave any fingerprints when I opened the guitar case. I absolutely did not want anyone to know about the costume.
I think we've heard enough. So, after that, went back to Mr. Onguard's room and planted the button?
Into Matt's hakama? Yes. After that, I folded up the costume I was wearing and put it into a bag. Then I snuck it out of the hotel and got rid of it.
My word! What does all this mean?
Mr. Edgeworth, is it?
Yeah?
The real criminal is Matt Onguard! Yesterday, that woman prosecutor sat me down for a talk.
Franziska, huh?
She said that I should, under no circumstances, confess to what I had done. That if I just kept quiet, then Matt would be found guilty for sure. I had no choice to believe in her words.
Ah, shit, she's crying again.
Oh, God.
What this witness has done is, clearly unlawful. However, as long as her testimony stands, we can be certain she is not the real killer.
Wait, Your Honor! The defense still...
Right! It's pointless. At this point in time, it is not possible to indict Ms. Andrews on anything.
Yes, exactly. There isn't a single piece of evidence that points to her as the murderer. The cross-examination of the witness is over, and so is today's trial. Couldn't establish that the witness was the culprit. Please let it go, Mr. Wright.
But...
No buts. Put those back in your pants. Mr. Edgeworth, please place Miss Andrews under arrest for further questioning. You're a cop, right? Prosecutors are cops, basically. Close enough.
Understood, Your Honor. The prosecution will arrange for her detention immediately.
That is all. Court is adjourned for today.
Oh no! What about Maya? What about Maya? Ah! Uh-oh. Oh no! Oh my god!
Today's trial. It's over.
And I didn't win an acquittal.
Witness, do you mind if I asked you something?
Edgeworth?
What is it?
Before you leave court today, I wondered if I might look at one thing. The card in your hand. It's had my interest for quite some time now. What exactly is it?
Oh, this? Mr. Wright also asked about this. Although I didn't remember at the time you asked me about it, Mr. Wright, I remember just now. I found this in the room on that day.
The room?
That day?
She fucking took evidence and just was fucking flipping it at her fingers for a while? What the fuck? God, she really is scatterbrained.
Yes. I found this card when I discovered Juan's body. It was lying there right next to him.
You found that card next to the victim's body?
And you didn't think it was important?
I suppose I must have unconsciously slipped it into my pocket and then unconsciously been constantly
Playing with it for several days.
But it's not as if this card has any relevance to Juan's murder, right?
Yeah, I guess not, but it's still a strange card if you ask me.
Come on, Phoenix, get your fucking head in the game.
But as far as a clue to this case, I don't see why.
Witness! That card! Give it to me! Hurry!
Edgeworth?
Why you so bent out of shape about just getting a little card that was right next to the dead body and has been unaccounted for by the police and investigators this whole time, huh? What's a big deal about that?
Do you have any idea what you have stupidly yet inadvertently done? This. I can't believe you hid this from me all this time.
I didn't mean to. What is this all about?
I've never seen Edgeworth so emotional before. Outside of bed, anyway. That card. What in the world is it? And what does it mean?
Don't tell me this is the end of the chapter. This is the end of the chapter! Ah! All right, to be continued. Okay, that's where I gotta stop today. Okay, saving my progress. Woo! All right. Oh boy. Ah, damn. I really can't wait to see where this goes, but I gotta stop. I can't take more than like 2.5 to 3 hours of Phoenix Wright at a time because otherwise my throat turns into hamburger. But hey, thanks everyone for stopping by. I'll be back next week for more Phoenix Wright. Come back again Thursday. I think I'll be back next Thursday. If I'm not, check the Discord. for any changes, or just come to Twitch, and if I'm there, I'm there, and if not, I'm not. YouTube.com/@Todd_football for VODs and shorts. And I'll be back in wait, not Thursday, it's Monday. What am I talking about? Next Monday. I'll be back next Monday. I forgot what fucking day it was. Thursday I'll be doing more Tony Hawk's Underground, so come around for that. If you like watching a digital version of me hurt myself and or cool skate tricks. But that's going to be it for me tonight. Oh my god, I just realized my current ordeal has been Tony Hawk is under the ground the entire time. Oh well, stream's over. Bye.